Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And first of all, thank you so much everyone to show so much love on my previous Christmas card videos. I'm really grateful for all the comments that I got. And in today's video, we are going to paint a Christmas stocking on this card, which is also going to be a Christmas themed card, of course. So I'm just using a 300 GSM watercolor paper. So I've just folded it, so I have textured on one side, so I'm going to paint on the textured paper on the textured side. For the brushes, I'm going to use any brushes that you have, but you should have one thin brush like this. You do not specifically need a number 0, but you can use any 0 1 number. And then you need to have any big round brush. This one is number 10, and this one is a mop brush, which is number 1. And yes, we need pencil as well to draw basic sketch. And for the colors, I'm using my this palette I've used in all my videos. So this palette I got from Temu. It's a very good palette, very good colors and very beautiful pigmentation. And I'm going to use the same colors. I'm having water, clean water, and then just in case I have my paper towel. Now let's begin with the drawing. So for this stocking, we are first going to analyze the placing of it. So we do not want to touch the ends of the card. So we are going to mark a space for ourselves. So let's say I'm just going to take 3 fingers gap, almost 3 or maybe 2 fingers of gap from the bottom and 2 fingers from the top. So this is the area that we're working with, and from the sides I will just take 2 fingers from here and 2 fingers from here. So basically we have this area to paint on. So let's start drawing. So the first part is, it's very easy. So we are going to make a slanting line like this, and then just little curved line, and then again we are going to make a parallel slanting line here, and then just attach it with this. So we have almost a rectangular shape, but it is slanted. And now at the bottom we are going to walking, so a slanting lines towards this side, here as well. And now I'm going to make the curve for the feet like that. So you have a slanting line here, make a curve, and then bring it down like this, and then just a straight line and a curve for the feet. So that's the basic shape of our stocking, and you can make some corrections if you want. I'll just make a little, I see it's very curved, so I want to make it very loose, so I'll just remove this big curve. So I want it like this. And now we are going to add few ferns and petals and some cherries, which will add the Christmas colors, which will have the Christmas colors. So I've kept this one for example. So we are going to paint few of these and some cherries also, and we will also paint the Christmas the signature Christmas petals. I do not know the name of those petals. If you know them, please comment down below, but we are going to paint those as well. So that is up to you how and where you want to put. So I'll just make one fern here. Then for those Christmas petals that I'm talking, it's very easy. You have to first make a slanting line, and around this we are going to start from here, make a curve, then again a curve, again a curve, and then join. On this side also a curve, again a curve, again a curve, and then join. So this is a very simple petal. You can make big or small, whatever you want. I'll make one here as well. Let's make few cherries here. 1, 2, and 3. Some big, some small. Some ferns coming out like this. Again, some Christmas petals. So just draw very loosely wherever you like. Make your own pattern. Fill it wherever you feel like. I'll just make few more petals here. So try to make all the petals in different directions. So this one is coming downwards, this is going slanting this side, this is going upwards, this is going sideways, and this is also going sideways. Try to make it in different directions so it looks scattered, so it's inside but it's coming out in different directions. So that's the basic drawing for our this card. Before starting with the painting, make sure that you erase all the pencil lines that you do not require anymore. Now let's start the fun part, which is the painting. So I'm going to start with this part the first, because after that the petals may overlap on the top of this part, which is a fur part of the stocking, which is going to be white. But to make it appeal like white and fluffier, I'm going to use very light wash of, first of all, I'll just wet this part. So I'm just using water and covering this part with water. And now I will add this very light shade of any brown that you might have, very light. So it should be very watery because we only want to give a little bit of shading. So keep your paper towel handy so as to dab the extra color on it, because we really do not want it very much. So just go in circular motions to make it very loose and light. And then we are going to use the paper towel and just tap it, so it's going to remove the extra color, and it's going to just lightly give it very light wash of it. And again, I'll go ahead and use the same color just to give a little more tapping. Again, go use the water and just spread this color now a little bit, just a little bit. So I'm happy with how it looks now. And let's paint this stocking now, for which I'm going to use a very dark and very bright red color. For that, I'm going to use these two colors from my palette, which is going to be, this one is madder red, which is this one. It's almost kind of a maroon shade, and then I'm going to mix it with this scarlet color, which is a normal red color. So this is the color that I'm using. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to start with here, and I'm going to give a light wash of color in the whole stocking, and then we will add more color to give shadows and a little bit of texture to the stocking. So let's first of all and just make it very light and loose, like I've made a ziggly line here. We want it to look like, it's fluffy. So don't stress yourself to be perfect in this. Try and just enjoy your painting. I'm going to use just water to spread this color. So like you can see, I've only used, after outlining, I've only used water to spread it, right? So it already gives a reflection that it is darker on this side and it's lighter on this side, fluffier on this side. So which we really want. So I'm just going to add a little bit of more color. We do not want to make it more complicated. Little bit of more color here. And then I will add some color here. And some color here. Like this. That's it. Easy and quick. We are going to start with painting of these leaves here, for which you can use any type of green. I'm going to use my favorite green, which is sap green color, and I'm going to make it a little warmer. So I'm going to add little bit of dark brown, which is a burnt brown shade in this palette. I'm going to make my green like a mossy dark sap green kind of a color. Start with any petal that you like. So I'll start with this one. The trick is simple. I enjoy doing this trick. So what I like to do is I like to outline the petal first, and then outline the petal first, and then just clean my brush in water, just rinse my brush, and with the help of water I'll just like to spread it so it looks very, very natural. And it's quick. It's very quick. It looks very good. The same way I'm going to do all the other petals. So that's the basic coloring of these petals. I will let them dry, and then we will move and use different colors to give it more detail, okay? It's almost dried out, and now is the time to give it more depth, more details, and make it look more realistic. So I'm first of all I'm going to add a little bit of more color in the stocking. I want to make it a little more bright. So for that I'm going to give it more shadows by adding to this color. I will add a little bit of brown. So I'm just going to make it even darker, and I'm going to give it a little bit of shading here so that it looks that it has some reflection. Yes. And in the rest of the part I'm just going to add a little bit of more green, a little bit of red again, the same red that we used before. So I'm just touching the darker color with the same. I'm extremely sorry, the camera recording stopped by itself and I kept on painting. So I'll just quickly explain what details I've given on the leaves. For the stockings, we left where we added a darker shade here, and then I just used water to blend it. And let me show you what I did to the leaves. So earlier the leaves were looking like this, and the addition that I did was I used the same color but a little more concentrated, so it's not at all watery now. I'm going to use concentrated color using less of water. And what I did is I chose just one direction, like starting from here, outlined it again with the concentrated color, and then used water to spread it. So I just spread the color like this. So it gives more reflection or shadow at the bottom and lighter at the top. So this is what I did. And also I used the same color to add the center line to the leaf. So that's what I have done here on all the leaves. So using the same color, and it's really easy to make these ferns. So for this, you only need to just go over the line, the center line, and then along the two sides of this line, we are going to just add some thin lines, and on the other side as well. You can choose the direction you want the ferns and petals to be. So this one is rightwards and this is downwards. So I'll start from here and I'll take all the lines downwards like this. Like this. So I'm happy with how fluffed up it looks. Now let's add the cherries. For the cherries, I'm going to use the same two shades of the red that we have. The one is the darker and one is the lighter that we used in the base. So starting off with the lighter one, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave little white space in this on one side to give it a highlight. So just that much I will leave white in this one also. And on this one as well. Like this. So I love how it is looking right now. Lastly, we are going to add this dark color as a shadow like we did in the stockings. So I'm just going to drop in this color at the bottom of each cherry. It's almost done, and what we are going to do is I'm going to add a string to the stocking, which means that it is hanging from the top. For that I will just be using the dark brown color. So it looks that it actually appears that it's hanging from the top. I'm going to add few more details. One of them is the best thing that I like to do with my cards is giving them a splatter of color, like little tiny dots on the sides. So for that, I'm going to mix these two colors, whatever I have on my palette. If I want, I can add a little bit more color. That much. I love this look on my cards, and you can instantly see how put together everything looks. Lastly, I'm just going to add the border, which I really like on my cards to be. On to the last step of this card, which is going to be giving the border to this card. This is optional, but I like to do it. So I'm going to use my gel pen, and I've got a few comments on my previous videos. What is the pen that I'm using? So this is a gel pen it's the thickness of 1 mm, which is quite thick, and I got it from Temu, and it was very cheap, and I got the pack of 5 and it works amazing. So let's go ahead and give this a border. So I like to use just freehand border. You can use scale as well if you're not comfortable, but I like the, even if it is little bumpy, it looks very natural and very beautiful. So okay, so this is the final look of the card, and I love how vintage and how aesthetic, um, aesthetically pleasing and aesthetically Christmassy it looks. I love the vibe of it, the colors, and it's so easy to do. The drawing is very simple as well. Anybody can do it, and I love it. And I really want everyone that it might look difficult, but when you actually, watch the video and start painting, it's actually very easy. So these petals are very easy, these ferns, the cherries, and the stocking itself. So that's the card for today. And if you enjoyed today's video, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. That means a lot to me. And I will see you guys in my next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Happy painting.